marbles. Welcome to Mocha in the Morning, where we're adding a little flavor to your morning blend. I am your host, Miss Keisha Boyd, and of course, I am joined by my co-host, my cafe con leche, officially Jorge. I don't know what he's doing, but okay, we feel it. We feel the vibes.
Yeah. Don't make me laugh today. I can barely, oh my goodness. Like I'm being attacked by the allergy monsters. They're trying to get me, girl. They're trying to get me.
Oh
But I'm
no.
here. I'm here.
The
You
yellow,
cannot stop me.
look, the yellow drizzle got you, the pollen.
It's terrible. I think you somehow gave that to me from last week or something.
Oh no. Listen. There is so much happening, right? Oh my goodness. I personally am dragging my behind today too, because
We are both on the struggle bus.
we're on the struggle bus today.
There.
Listen, I moved my little sister back to Tallahassee. She's starting grad school, first apartment. And so we literally did that in 24 hours. Went there, dropped, unload the truck, put stuff up, left at 1:30 in the morning, come back home, right? And so that's an ordeal. But yeah, but I'm here. We're here, and we're here to talk about all the great
like
stuff.
I'm going on no sleep because again, but we are here.
We are here doing our thing.
Bring you all we still bring you the flavor though. So
they'll bring you the flavor, whether it be sleepy, drowsy, it's all good. It's the flavor. Okay.
Don't make it.
The other day. Listen, so I wanted to talk. Okay, so obviously we know Oscars happen on Sunday.
Oh, they happened.
Listen.
They happened.
They happened.
I'm just glad that nobody got like knocked out.
Right. Okay. But let's talk about the buzz about, you know what I'm saying? Like Angela Bassett not winning, right?
Yeah.
And people are like, oh my gosh, she didn't clap or stand up and she was a bad sport. And I'm like, was she?
Who?
Angela Bassett.
No, I'm saying like,
right.
Like, because we're in media, so I want to know who of our colleagues, right, is planting these stories that
all kinds of people, honey, because they're messy. They're messy.
Real messy.
I mean, I feel like she has been snubbed, you know what I mean, a few times. Now, this performance by Jamie Lee Curtis, I haven't seen the film, but I've heard some great things about it. You know what I mean?
I saw the film. It was it really.
I heard she was deserving.
Yeah.
And I mean, listen, you can't win everything, and it's okay to be human. If she was disappointed, she was disappointed. It's okay.
Yeah.
What's the big deal?
But even with that, first of all, regardless of whether she starred in the film Wakanda or Wakanda Forever, Black Panther, like a queen is a queen is a queen.
Hello.
Right? So she already winning, right?
That's right.
Now, trust and believe this woman, this queen, she's gonna get nominated again.
Yeah.
And it's probably gonna be for the best actress category and not supporting.
But listen, congratulations to all the winners. Obviously, we have so much more. We'll delve into
I want to say really quick. So even before we got on this morning, like I was very interested, right? Because I was trying to see like what the angle was of trying to pit the women against each other, because Hollywood loves to do that. Yep. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. From the recording industry to film and all that. It's like a thing, pitting women against each other. So I found this video on YouTube that showed all of the best actress winners since the very first Oscars. And I was like, you know what? Let me watch this video. And it went through every single year. Girl, we see all these Karens, Karen, Kathy,
Judy here and there,
Karen, Kathy, Karen, and then we finally get to Halle Berry, right?
Yep.
We finally get to Halle Berry, and then it's like Karen, Kathy, Karen, and then we get to Michelle Yeoh. So you have one African American, one Black actress, and one Asian actress, out of all those winners.
All years.
And that's a lot of years.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And don't tell me that they have not been in films.
Hello, because they've been. But that's a whole nother conversation.
That's a whole other conversation. I'm just saying. I'm gonna post that video up there. Somebody in back room, put it up so they can
back room, put it up. Production. Listen, we have so much to talk about. I know this opener was a little bit long, but it was necessary. But the kind of morning we're having,
look, and you know what? Stay woke, like for real. Wake up your neighbors. Tell them what it really means.
Tell them what it really means.
Because if you don't, you're racist.
All this, but first, coffee or Jack Daniels.
Oh, whichever. You know what? It's that time somewhere. That's why mine always covered up. You don't know what's in here.
Ooh, child. Mine either. You don't know what's in here either, honey.
It's good for the allergies.
If you would like to share an event or join our Mocha in the Morning crew as a guest contributor, email us at mochamorningshow@gmail.com or slide in our DMs. Thank you for adding a little flavor to your morning blend.
All right, Mocha Marbles, welcome back. It is time for us to continue to add a little flavor to your morning blend, but it's Steamers. Officially, Jorge, what you got for us this week, darling?
Let me inhale.
With these drops.
I'm gonna try to get this done in one breath.
Oh,
I can't. I'm like, here we go. Audience, I apologize. They're trying to get me. These allergy gremlins are trying to get me. That will not stop me from reporting on everything and the latest that is happening in Black Hollywood and entertainment. So if you're not awake, stay woke now for the Steamers. Love is in the air. Now we have soft launches on Instagram.
Ooh,
right? What a perfect way to announce that you are a thing. Hello, we're talking about J-Hud, Miss Jennifer Hudson, of course, Oscar winner, and Common.
So
they are a thing.
They done made the Chicago duo.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like ever since Oprah left, you know, shy. I mean, look, there is nothing shy about Chi-Town and these two. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, they do have a lot of things in common there, like music.
In common. No problem.
But you know, Common has dated some high-profile women's. Hello, Tiffany Haddish, Erykah Badu, Serena Williams. Let's see if you know, if J-Hud can finally
seal the deal.
Make him not so common. Make him exclusive forever.
I like it. Because you know, Common, he be hopping around now. He gets around.
I mean, you know.
He's a serial monogamous.
Yeah. Aren't we all? Anyway, so it's a soft launch. That's what we're calling it now on Instagram. Just Instagram making all kinds of things official.
I know that's right.
And speaking of love, so we have French Montana, and we also have a Ruby Rose, which, okay, you know what? Okay, let me age myself. I know who French Montana is. Right. But I was like, Ruby Rose. I was like, wasn't that the girl who was that woman? No. So then I was like, so let me find out. Let me find out who she is.
I was like, ain't that a grapefruit?
Right. You know what? I just found out what grapefruit was. There's a song called Grapefruit. I have to put it on here. I'm like, what's going on with all the citrus? You know what? I mean, that's a lot of vitamin C.
Yes, it is.
Well, anyways, so the big mouth rapper, you know, they're all dating. I watched some of her videos and I was like, oh, okay. Well, they were having dinner in Beverly Hills, And so they're like a thing. Again, IG official. Yeah, and TMZ was on it too. They was on it. They, So yeah, let's see what happens with that.
Yes.
Play is that what he does?
Listen,
Something
I don't
like
know.
I know. That's my allergies. Okay, so oh my goodness. Well, so we're going from a love story to breakup. Not everyone in Hollywood knows Lyle Roach. Okay, he is a stylist. He styled Zendaya. He is responsible for the looks, honey. Not only that, he also styled Tiffany Haddish.
Okay. Good
And
for
he's
him.
also one of the judges on HBO Cinemax's HBO Max. Legendary, which of course is a competition reality show with the ballroom scene. Well, it's a chop. He announced his retirement. He is out. He cannot deal with the shadery, the lies, the buffoonery, the double crossing. Now, the thing is, I'm like, is he up to something? Is he going to do something different? Because I'm concerned for his clients. Like, what are they going to be wearing?
So, like, he's like done.
He said he's done. He is out. He cannot deal with all the foolishness that happens. So, of course, we don't get to see, but it's rough out there in these stylist wars and stuff. Because you're dealing with designers, right? You're dealing with the actual talent that you're dressing, right, and you're styling. Not only that, but you're dealing with their agents, their movie studios, their PR people, and everybody has their idea, about how you need to do your job. So I think there's going to be more that comes out with that. So, but he's very famous. I mean, everybody knows like his go-to phrase or motto is, you did what needed to be done. And if you want to know what that is, just watch Legendary. He is hilarious. He's not the nicest judge, but he is very entertaining. And Zendaya, look. So if anybody out there, Zendaya may be looking for somebody to help her with her wardrobe. All right. So, oh my gosh, you're gonna like this because you are a Peloton rider.
Yeah.
Right? Don't you belong to a Peloton club? What is it called?
I mean, we got a couple of groups, but Black Girl Magic, all kinds of,
Okay, all right. Well, I'm sure you are completely aware of Ali Love, who is one of the Peloton instructors. Well, she's working on a competition deal with Netflix. Ooh. Let me tell you, these Peloton instructors, where was Peloton once I was out there in these streets breaking it down?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Would have been out here doing it, okay?
You know what I mean? Like, where was Peloton when we was out in these gyms, just going from gym to gym to gym, just like
hustling, trying to get our dance on.
Right? And well, congratulations to her. And the contestants must create astonishing and increasingly complex numbers featuring 100 of the world's best dancers.
Ooh, okay.
So, I mean, you're a Peloton person. So, I mean,
I think it's listen, the Peloton instructors are definitely taking advantage of the platform. If they, have the right team on their side, they're doing great things, booking roles, expanding. So congratulations to Ali Love, honey. I'll be watching for sure because I like Ali. She's really cool.
Yeah, she's super sure. Yeah, I know that you love her. But the thing is though, like, I think that maybe like, do you think like they'll be able to get low?
I don't know, but the series premieres today. So I'll be checking it out for sure.
All right, cool. Well, speaking of low, and Peloton, well, somebody is riding out with some cash and launching a rival product. And we're talking about Flow Rider. Now, I've had the pleasure and the opportunity to actually interview Flow Rider on the red carpet. Well, he was involved with Celsius. Okay. Well, that turned into a court case that he won. And he's taking his millions and starting up a rival energy drink situation.
I heard it was not just any type of millions. It was 82.6 million.
82. I don't even think he sold that many records.
But
he's got that many dollars now. This is what I think is so fascinating. Okay. We have 50 Cent. Okay. We have Flo Rida. Right. These are like big time rappers in the game, right? Who have found a way to diversify, themselves, right? And their brands as entrepreneurs and entertainment. Not only that, and like consumer products. And who even knew that Flo Rida was a part of that whole situation with Celsius? And he's like, yo, I want what's mine. And so
he going to get it, baby. He started Jet Set 1 or Jet Set?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. You can go to Atlanta Black Star to read 80. Wow. I mean, and think about it though, to go up against, these corporate giants,
and win.
Right. I mean, how many, 82 point whatever $million, right? How many boots with the fur and apple bottom jeans can you buy with that? I want to know. Do you know? Who does math around here? And how much do you pay an apple bottom jeans?
Look, it depends on apple bottom. Oh, you got to make your own. You got to put an apple on your own bottom because they don't make one no more. There it is.
I mean, you saying, that's a lot of boots with the fur.
Boots with the fur.
So congratulations to them. One of my favorite parts about the Oscar, other than fast forwarding through most of it. They'll never ask me to host now.
Their loss, not yours.
I just kept checking. I'm like, is it okay? No. No,
thank you.
I've been waiting to see the trailer for Little Mermaid.
Oh,
yeah, for Haley. Oh, I was like, oh my God, Haley Bailey's trailer. And so the singing, and I didn't know that Melissa McCarthy. Ursula?
Perfect.
I was gonna say that. I was like, oh my goodness. Perfect. They Absolutely. Got that. I was like, yes. And you hear her voice in the back. I mean, so for me, I was expecting beautiful Halle Bailey, and hair and, and
all the things.
All that, just tipping the scales. But when I heard that voice in the background, I'm like, I know who that is. And then I realized it was her. And I was like, no, it's gonna go off. It's gonna go off.
That's right. Good for her.
I mean, it's gonna be a seafood festival. That's man. Anyway, so I know a lot of people had an issue with Disney running like a full trailer,
but they own the network. So
but they can do whatever they want. They have so many blocks of cheese. And are you gonna tell them what to do on their own network? Really?
Right.
And why are you so mad? Relax.
Listen.
It's a movie trailer.
It's a movie trailer, and it needed to be seen and done. We're so thankful for.
Hello, we're celebrating the Oscars. So isn't that what you want to do? Is like show like film and movie trailers. Anyway, so I cannot wait to see The Little Mermaid. It's gonna be fantastic, and I can't wait for all of you to see it too. I think I got through it. That was more than one.
Listen, but hold on. Speaking of cheese, what happened to you're gonna tell us about some 50 Cent and his cheese?
Oh, did I forget about 50 Cent?
You forgot about 50 Cent. I wanted to hear.
Yes, I got so caught up with the boots with the fur.
Yes, you did.
That I forgot to actually count the coins.
The coins,
which is 50 Cent.
Yeah.
He does not miss. Now he's done a lot of work, and he is celebrating his deal to create more dramas and live action comedies and an animated series with Fox. So you know he does Power.
Yes.
Yeah.
He does Power, BMF. He has all kinds of things. And now he's taking it to Fox. So I'm interested to see how, how that comes about. I know that he had one show before. I thought it was on ABC. I knew it wasn't on Fox, but yeah, I'm excited for him. He's, like you said, another rapper who's taking his money, his knowledge, and flipped that thing and doing diversifying.
I know he likes to have a good time, on Twitter,
Yeah, oh, yes.
Yeah, he thinks every day is his birthday on Twitter. And sometimes he's the only person at that party. Mm-hmm. But like I said earlier, that he's making a lot of dollars and a lot of sense with, just the entrepreneurship of everyone in this group is just pretty amazing. So we don't have to worry about whether he's in the club or not.
That's right.
All his stuff is going to be in the TV screens.
In the TV screens. Hello. Congrats, 50.
Yay! And those are your steamers, everything that's happening, and the latest in Black Hollywood entertainment.
You did it! Yay!
Oh my goodness. Woo! It's hard to breathe. For all of you who suffer with allergies, we are on that bus today.
Yes, he is on the bus. We're sending all kinds of, I don't know, for you. Hope you feel better. Listen, Mocha Marvels will be right back with Piping Hot. Don't you go anywhere. All right, Mocha Marvels, welcome back. We are here at Mocha in the Morning, where we're adding a little flavor to your morning blend. And of course, it is that time for Piping Hot. And I cannot do it all by myself. So I have to call my sisters and sometimes a brother to come help me. So today, let me introduce our contributors. Of course, our super producer, Miss Shalette Davis.
Good morning, Mocha Marvels. So glad to be here. Happy Friday.
All right, and we have Miss Tash Johnson, who is a community organizer and event producer.
Hey, Mocha Marvels. I'm so happy to be here, and happy St. Patrick's Day. See, I'm wearing my green today to represent.
All right, let's jump right into our Piping Hot topics today. So, something that has always been around, talked about, still needed, reparations for Black Americans in America, right? We need all of that. We need our 100 acres and 18 mules. Okay, we need all of that. Okay, yes. Okay. So in San Francisco, they are the first city to really, look into this and address it. And they're saying that, they could collect as much as $5 million in reparations. So this is interesting. Honestly, we were talking about this during our production meeting. It's like $5 million. It sounds like a lot of money. But in San Francisco, it really isn't, right? Because a house costs $1 million. It's more than nothing. So we'll take it. Mm-hmm. But, I wonder if, how close and how much of a reality this is. Shalette, what do you think this will do to San Francisco and surrounding areas, and then maybe the rest of the country?
Well, I think it's, of course, it's very fitting for this to be a proposal that's coming out of California. It's something that's being proposed, and it's like 100 recommendations they have for different ways to address reparations. It could be anything from a block grant for housing. It could be education, or it could be this $5 million lump sum. And it's a very attractive piece of proposal and legislation. I don't know how they're going to do it, but because it's already expensive enough to live in San Francisco. $5 million, like how far would that get you? I mean, I'll take it, but I don't know how far it's gonna get.
What about you, Tash?
Well, hey, I mean, it's like she said, $5 million is not a lot for what I think people definitely deserve. But at the same time, it definitely will help to reduce that wealth gap that we have to get back to. We deserve to be on a level playing field. And I think slavery itself took away from that. And, it's going to help, when you have wealth, we can, own more assets, we can own, just own more so we can do more for our next generation of people. So it's a movement, it's
it's a start, right?
It's a start. So
and there are parameters around it, right?
Yeah.
You can't be like, oh, I'm gonna go to San Francisco to get my reparations. No.
Right. I read that.
You've lived there for a number of years, or you're a descendant of the war on drugs, which is a really interesting angle. But I'm just proud of San Francisco for taking this up, especially being one of the most expensive places to live. I'm sure that's going to provide quite a bit of relief and quite a bit of generational
wealth.
Families that deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And we know that wealth is also correlated to better health, education, so many other things that, this will also help with on a larger level. So economic outcomes overall. So yes, I'm for it.
Okay. So let's obviously that's San Francisco, one Bay Area to the next, Tampa Bay area. Okay. And the state of Florida. And our wonderful, horrible governor, DeSantis, right? This man, like, I swear, every week, every other day, it is something more and more a little outrageous for him. This man held a town hall roundtable meeting on Monday this week, and basically is trying to dismantle diversity and inclusion programs, trying to defund colleges and universities from, any programs that are geared toward Black and Brown communities. He's even talking about, the board of trustees at colleges and universities being able to basically bring somebody out of tenure to reevaluate. It's just crazy to me that, like, what are you talking about? Why are you even poking that bear at all? Like, why would he do that? That's just ridiculous to me. Like, who is doing this? What is his purpose, Shalette?
I mean, he's establishing a narrative, which is just like a new campaign strategy for the GOP. And I mean, anyone who's running for public office, you're telling, the story of who you want to be to the voting public. And for some reason, they have taken the word woke. It's vernacular that was established in the Black community that, basically expressed was an expression of education and knowledge and enlightenment, whether it be for people of color or for people in the LGBTQ community, any community that is a proponent of education, right? So now attacking DEI. And these are at state schools, I must say, because he doesn't have control over private schools, right? So I think it is an absolute waste of time and taxpayer dollars. But what it's going to do is it's going to earn him more votes. It's going to raise his platform nationally so he can run for office. And what he's going to do is leave destruction in his path. With this new law, he wants to ban universities from using any type of diversity, equity, inclusion statements as a part of their hiring process. And like you said, it's a common requirement whenever faculty members are seeking tenure. So and it goes beyond that. I mean, the rumor mill is saying that if this legislation is passed, and it's basically a House bill and a Senate bill right now, up at the State House, they're going to ban NPHC organizations, so Black fraternities and sororities, because
and Latino orgs
and Latino organizations and Jewish organizations. It is, first of all, they're gonna centers and programs for LGBTQ students, for Asian Islander and Pacific Islander students, any safe space for a diverse community is going to be abolished statewide. And this is what I'm going to say. The state colleges will pay for it because they'll just go to a private college. They'll go to UT. They'll go, and even when it comes to public schools and them trying to eradicate things from public schools, they'll go to private schools. Like, you're not protecting anyone, sir. People will find a way, especially if you're trying to make things that naturally occur illegal in our state.
Yep.
And then just to go on with the headline about him trying to revoke the liquor license of, I believe it's like a Hilton hotel in Miami, that hosts a drag show annually. I think it's like a roaming drag show, whatever, traveling drag show. It's an event. And he's threatened to revoke their license. Like, we don't even have that law. That law hasn't been passed here in Florida.
He's just cherry picking whatever. Child, ain't got time. Listen, we'll keep you posted on that, because that's crazy. Listen, but let's talk about another thing, which is not a secret for us, but Black millennials and Gen Z are burned out in the workplace. Tash, are you millennial?
Just on the edge of that. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So am I. I'm like, I missed it by a year, which is fine. But the thing is, the Gen Z pop, they're just not Gen Z especially, millennials too, but especially Gen Z. Honey, the moment they're like, and this is for the birds, they're like, I'm out. They have no problem. Nobody's no job for 20 years, 30 years. No, they're like, I'm out. So Tash, talk to us about the new generation, what it means, for them in regards to building their careers and their methods and how they view careers.
Yeah, I think it's a lot different from our parents, and from, past generations, where people feel like, you have to stay with the company for as long as possible, despite how you feel. Your goal is to retire and, get your retirement check in the end. Essentially, when it comes to this generation, their goal is to be happy with whatever it is that they're doing. And if they feel like this grind culture is not for them, they're definitely going to find their way out. Their goal is to find peace and joy in whatever it is that they're doing. And that's why you're seeing a lot more people going to the self-employment route, where they're utilizing their passions and turning that into their purpose. I think it's definitely something that I applaud, because at the end of the day, you do want to do something that brings you some form of enjoyment. And if your sole purpose of work is just to continue to grind, and your goal is just to bring in an income, you're not really going to find any joy in that. I mean, I left corporate America almost a decade now because of that said reason, and I see that more and more people are learning to just take make that move, because burnout is real. I think right now in the corporate world, we do need to come up with some form of a balance, to let people feel more at home at work, if that makes sense. And that's why I love that we're transitioning even to that remote world where people can literally work from home, because even I think in the article even mentioned that the burnout even begins before you get to work. And of course, yes, people are dealing with other things, other outside factors, but even just the mere fact of getting to and from work, going through the morning traffic, just the basic stuff, even as simple as that, can already, cause stressors on you. And then you get in and it's just like, go, 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 meet metrics, meet this goal. And it's less about the human, more about the company. And then,
Exactly.
At the end of the day, we as humans, we do need to have some form of a balance. So I think in the corporate world now, we do have to make mental health a thing. We do have to make some work-life balance in the workplace a thing. And definitely I love what this new generation of folks are doing. I mean, I'm a millennial, but the Gen Zers, oh my, they don't waste no time with
Look, they clearly understand that God forbid something happened to them tomorrow, on Monday it's gonna be on their job, is gonna be posted on LinkedIn.
Yep.
So why stress yourself, work yourself in the ground for a company, unless because you know and feel if you are valued and people appreciate you at your job. And if they do and you are appreciated, then you want to do work for them. If they are making efforts to make sure you have work-life balance, and or especially like these companies that have unlimited PTO.
My gosh.
As long as you get the work done, go vacation. You need to take 12 days off, make sure the work's done. I can deal with that. I can roll with that.
Yeah, of course.
Is that the one, because Keisha, I think you're older millennial. I wouldn't call you a Gen Zer. I'm
not a millennial though. I'm born in 1980, so I don't qualify quite yet.
You're older millennial, not a Gen Xer. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
As the one Gen Xer here in the panel, the first time I saw that headline, I rolled my eyes so hard. I was like, oh, here we go. But I will also say that everybody on this panel is a business owner, right? And I was mentoring millennials, a decade ago as they were entering the workforce. And that's like the number one thing you can do as a professional is brand yourself and own your own business. Because I know I have not worked full-time for anyone in a decade. And I even with the work that I do for other organizations where I do go in an office on my own hours, I do it because I'm passionate about that work. And for the first time, I'm going to go back into the office full time for another organization. I'm passionate about that work.
Right.
So I think that people, these younger generation of professionals, are just kind of like writing their own books. They're making up their own rules. With all the gig work that's out there, people can earn a living without feeling compelled to work a standard, traditional corporate or 9-to-5 jobs. The work is out there for anyone who is willing, to do the work, to work for yourself.
Yeah.
All right. And speaking of, building and writing books and making history and doing your own thing, let's talk about the Oscars. First off, Miss Ruth E. Carter, who is the first Black woman to win 2 Oscars. So boom, 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 clap it up for Miss Ruth. Congratulations to her. Brianna and her amazing performance of Lift Me Up. She looked amazing. She sounded amazing. Everything about it was great. Michelle Yeoh, first Asian to win lead actress. But I think that the more of the conversation that we are talking about is around Angela Bassett losing to Jamie Lee Curtis, and then the after party situation that we'll get into too. Okay, so let's talk about any of those things that we said, that I just said. But most importantly, I think that Jorge and I talked about, Angela Bassett in the beginning of this, And basically we, just talks about being human and that, Angela may be receiving backlash. I mean, she didn't stand up or clap. Do you think that there was an issue with her not standing up, clapping for Jamie Lee Curtis when she lost? Tosh, do you think that was disrespectful, that it was bad, poor sport,
No, I think she was probably just in her own zone. She was having a moment, which we all have, and I don't think it meant that she was less happy for her. It was just, she's also just reflecting on that moment, and perhaps she was hopeful that she won that, but at the same time, I don't think it was any shade against um Jamie Lee Curtis and her win. It doesn't. I personally don't think so. I didn't think anything of it.
No,
yeah,
and I think she's angry at the institution. I could see her anger and disappointment being directed towards the Academy because Angela Bassett won the Golden Globe. Did she not? Did she not win the Golden Globe?
She did.
And that is just a natural progression. Expectation would be for her to win the Oscar. So she was probably quite shocked. And the way in which the Academy is run is totally unjust. It is absolutely a popularity contest. It has nothing to do with the quality of work that the nominee has presented. I feel like the Academy wanted to award Jamie Lee Curtis for being a woman of a certain age who has I don't think she's ever been nominated before. And she also is riding the wave. Another thing, she was riding the wave of everything, everywhere, all at once. If that was not the case this year, then Angela Bassett would have won that Oscar. And it's
yeah, I believe so. I think that, Jorge saying too that, the way the producer, I mean, because, I think that the camera people always put cameras in the faces of the nominees to get those reactions, but it was directly on Angela, like, oh, and then that, it only takes one or two outlets to pick that up and start that narrative. But once again, like we said, and like Tosh said, she's human. She can have her moment. She was disappointed. She was shocked. She expected to win. She's gotten looked over for several roles that she should have been nominated and probably won for. So this was just another night. And her husband was not having it either, honey. Courtney B was just like you could see that they were visibly like, oh, okay, then. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But let's talk about, too, first of all, we love Angela Bassett. We love everyone who was, congratulations to Jamie Lee Curtis. Not saying her win does not negate Angela's talent. Period. Point blank. We already know she's a queen. She's gonna do her thing. Let's talk about Sierra and Russell Wilson. Okay, so Sierra wore she basically wore a net over her body with some thongs and some pasties on her nipples. Okay. And it was, you could see every single detail. There was nothing to the imagination. You couldn't see her, her girl. But, still people were like, oh, she's a married woman. She should not present herself in this way. I'm like, her husband was right next to her. Is it a problem? Tosh, what do you think about Sierra's outfit and what she decided to wear to a themed party, which seemed to be a sheer? The theme was sheer for Vanity Fair, So,
I know Shalette and I were talking about earlier, selective outrage is essentially what she classified it as, because it was a theme event. That was what every other women, as you could see in all the pictures, videos, everything, that's what they were wearing. And at the end of the evening, at the end of the day, she was with her spouse, like you said. It was no surprise that she wore dressed according to the theme. And I think people just wanted to just call her out because they have an issue with the fact that she's with the love of her life and she's living her life with her man, and that she's moved on from the future. They want to classify her as okay for the streets, but at the end of the day, it's nothing to do with her dressing inappropriately and not being a great wife or fit for, her husband. Is more so people just wanting to create their own narrative on everything, and they try to find ways to pick people apart, and this is just one of those prime examples. But my personal opinion, she looks fabulous. She represented for what they were looking for in this whole Vanity Fair event, and that's it. I think she was just fine. So yeah.
Celeste?
I think she looked great. I think it's because she looked so great that she is the recipient of so much anger and hate. And it's also this whole culture that Black men, hoteps, have created judgment, judging Black women. And it's basically the Black gaze. Like we are not made for the Black gaze. And the Black male gaze, I should say. So he's with her husband. It was a whole theme. They literally have other actresses, Hollywood figures in the same dress,
yeah,
same pose. And she's the one who gets called out about it. Someone also said something about them being selectively wholesome. I'm sorry. If it's a part of a theme for a party, there was nothing scandalous about her dress. She is covering all of her, unmentionable parts.
Right.
Where is, I don't understand why she is just the recipient of so much outrage. She looks amazing. There's some really great shots of her online as well. I don't know who the photographer was, but I think she looks great. She definitely looks better than a lot of these other
listen, the ones complaining and talking could never. Okay, never. It amazes me. Like, stop trying to police women. Stop trying to police our bodies. It is not yours. If I choose to wear what I want to wear, then I'm gonna wear it. If my husband like it, then you should love it. And if you don't, guess what? So, and
put no bread and butter on my table.
Hello. If she want to show all her goodies, she can.
I love it.
All right, ladies, thank you so much for joining me for Piping Hot. I certainly enjoyed you, and I appreciate you so very much. I pray that you guys have a wonderful and fun-filled weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, thank you. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
All right, Mocha Marvels, don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Mocha in the Morning.
Welcome back, Mocha Marvels. You are watching Mocha in the Morning. And do you have a minute for some Mocha Marvels that are on the move?
Listen, we want you to support some of our local events happening in the Tampa Bay area. One is T. Kinsey's second annual Derby fundraiser, which happens April 1st at Tampa Bay Downs. You can find information on Facebook. Just search T. Kinsey's Derby event. Here in Tampa. Also, don't forget that the Plant City Rattlers, the Florida A&M Alumni Association, is hosting its annual Orange and Green Golf Tournament on March 18th. If you have a foursome or you want to join a team, it's two of you, it doesn't matter. It's all for scholarships and programs for our local high school students who are on their way to Florida A&M University. So go to plantcityrattlers.com. That's www.plantcityrattlers.com for more information. All All right, Mocha Marvels. This Mocha moment is something so spectacular. It's a group picture of some of the best and brightest in Black Hollywood actors, actresses, singers and performers, entertainers. Yes, I love it. All the Black excellence you want to see.
Girl, you just took my line. I was going to say that. Mocha Marvels, take a look at all this Black excellence.
Oh, my bad. Jorge, what's happening, baby?
This
Did you make
right.
it? Are you okay?
Like, this is my stop. This is where I get off.
This was a great show. We talked about some amazing things, and you were not feeling your best, and you still showed up for us.
I know. And thank you, Tash. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Tash, for being on the show. I'm sure all of you have seen all the features that we did on Tash Johnson and her events. Afro Can and the white tape,
Dinner on
Blancs. Yes, all the Dinner on Blancs. So it was fun having her back on the show.
Yes. We appreciate you, Mocha Marvels. Make sure you follow us, share the show, tell people about the show. We appreciate your love. And if you would like to be a guest contributor, we're more than welcome you to contact us and let us know, what you want to talk about. Or if you're we'll see if we can bring you on to be a contributor. We'd love to have you.
And maybe like if you have any news or anything breaking that you need for us to like get out there, to the streets, let us know. Keep us informed the same way we keep y'all informed.
That's right. All right, Mocha Marvels, have a wonderful weekend. We love you. Thank you. See you later.
And see at you. Oh my goodness.
Oh, bless him. Y'all do like this and wait, this way. Throw him some eucalyptus.
I need eucalyptus. Some Vicks.
Just get you some Vicks.
I need eucalyptus. I need any kind of lictus.
Yeah.